Welcome to the Budget Car Quiz, which we hope will keep everyone in the car amused and interested with 75 questions and answers on general knowledge. We've even put in a few questions about budget rent-a-car, which we're sure you will find of interest. Listen carefully, you may learn some new things along the way. I'll ask a question and you have 10 seconds to provide the correct answer. You'll hear a sound effect when your time has run out. I will then provide the correct answer, so you can see if you were right. Either play for fun or refer to the rules of the game printed on the tape inlay sheet. Whatever you choose, drivers remember, when the game is played in the car, please concentrate on the road at all times. Now select who is to answer the first question, and let's play the Budget Car Quiz. In 1895, a French tyre company became the first to demonstrate the feasibility of using pneumatic tyres on motor cars. Do you know the name of this company? The name was Michelin, who are now equally renowned for their travel guides. Which was the first British team to win the European Cup? Manchester United were the first to win the European Cup for Britain. Who was the main star in Jailhouse Rock? The star of this film was Elvis Presley. Bryan Adams had a #1 hit in 1991 with Everything I Do It For You. Which film was the song from? It was from Robin Hood, the Prince of Thieves. Do you know what acid rain is? Acid rain is a mixture of acid chemicals carried by the wind and brought to earth by the rain. How many players are there in a hockey team? A hockey team has 11 players. How many colours are there in a rainbow? There are 7 colours in a rainbow. What is the name of the local pub in Albert Square? The pub is called the Queen Vic. Do you know the name of the main international airport of Paris? It's named after one of France's most famous presidents. That's right, Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport. Which character did Peter Sellers make famous in the Pink Panther films? It was Inspector Clouseau, who was played by Peter Sellers. Who scored a hat-trick for England in the 1966 World Cup final? Geoff Hurst scored the hat-trick in 1966. Who had a #1 hit with a song about a woman called Billie Jean? Billie Jean was Michael Jackson's hit. What is CO2? It's the chemical name for carbon dioxide. Which mountain is the highest in Britain? The highest mountain in Britain is Ben Nevis, which is 4,406 feet. How many strings has a violin got? A violin has 4 strings. In what soap would you find Gary Ewing? Gary Ewing is a character in Knots Landing. One of the most spectacular sporting events in Europe is the Tour de France cycle race. Do you know when it was first founded? Was it 1876, 1903 or 1924? The Tour de France was first founded in 1903 and is still going stronger than ever, lasting over a 3-week period with many stages crossing the Alps. What is the colour of the race leader's jersey in the Tour de France? It's yellow. Rock Around the Clock caused riots in cinemas when it came out, but which year was that? The film came out in 1956. Has a woman ever taken part in the Oxford and Cambridge boat race? Yes, the first time a woman took part in the boat race was in 1981. Who sang the duet with Paul McCartney on the #1 hit Ebony and Ivory? He sang with Stevie Wonder. We've all heard of CFCs, but do you know what these initials stand for? Chlorofluorocarbons. Where would you find Mount Etna? Mount Etna is on Sicily. What do the letters DJ stand for in the music world? DJ stands for disc jockey. Whose death in Dallas was just the subject of a long dream? It was Bobby Ewing's death that wasn't for real. Which surname do the following people share? Chuck, Dave and Nick. They all share the surname Berry. How high is the ozone layer above the Earth? Between 12 and 30 miles, 30 to 40, or 40 to 50 miles? It's between 12 and 30 miles above the Earth's surface. How many sides are there around a 50p piece? There are 7 sides around a 50p coin. Who has made the Fat Man character popular? Russ Abbott is Fat Man. How many locations do Budget Rent-A-Car have worldwide? Is it 800, 1,700 or 3,600? Budget have 3,600 locations throughout the world. What kind of animal is the cartoon character Garfield? Garfield is an extremely lazy cat. In England, where are the crown jewels kept? The jewels are kept in the Tower of London. What percentage of the world's animals and plant species do you think can be found in the rainforest? Is it over 50% or under 50%? Incredibly, above 50% of all animals and plant species live in the rainforests. Which violinist had a hit with his recording of Vivaldi's Four Seasons? Nigel Kennedy gave this classic piece a new audience. From which country does Martina Navratilova originally come from? Martina comes from Czechoslovakia. Which family lives in the town of Bedrock? The Flintstones reside in Bedrock. Which two soaps show maps during the opening music? Both EastEnders and Neighbours show maps in the opening sequence. Which actor plays the part of the Terminator? The Terminator is played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Which currency do you use in Spain? You use pesetas to pay for things in Spain. Who invented the sewing machine? Isaac Singer invented the sewing machine in 1851. What was the first British song to win the Eurovision Song Contest? The first song to win this honour was Puppet on a String. Where would you find a catalytic converter? You would find it fitted to a car's exhaust system. And here's some interesting facts you might not know. The Irish Sea is the most radioactive sea in the world, and the Mediterranean is the filthiest, receiving an estimated 430 billion tonnes of pollutant each year. Well, that's the end of side 1. To continue with the budget car quiz, play side 2 of this tape.